rap, yeah. They thought I lost it or some shit, right?
Hate it.
Fuck it. It's on. Yeah. Whoa. Shit, riddle me this, riddle me that. Yeah. Shit, if you a bitch.
What's poppin', y'all? Y'all already know what's going on, man. Wolf2Wolf, man. As y'all see, we in a whole different environment once again. Something that you may know from one of them first few episodes. But who am I here with, though?
Feel me? HB Hunter B officials going on, yeah. So what's up?
And your nigga Ralph.
You
already know we outside.
Nah, that's a fact. We outside. Yo, to start off with outside, bro. If y'all from New York City, a lot of our viewers are, bro. Y'all seen the red skies up in there, man. This
Looks
climate.
like an apocalypse.
Yo,
bro.
literally, my G. He literally told me, he's like, yo, you seen outside? I'm like, yo, bro, I walked outside, and if you know, you know, this is the end. That's what it looked like when I went outside, my nigga. That shit look crazy, bro.
We in the filter, my nigga. Niggas threw the sasson on the city real quick.
Facts. Looking like we walking through Blade Runner or some shit like that. Like,
Yo, literally, bro.
Legend vibes, nigga.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna lie, yo. And shout out, what's it called? His Instagram is Ray. Yo, he literally was the shit you sent me where he like, what's it called? It was like a Fire Hood movie, like that
it was
filter.
like the Warner Brothers. The
Oh
Warner
yeah,
Brothers
the Warner
intro.
Brothers.
Like,
That shit had me rolling,
exactly how it
bro.
looked outside. That's exactly how it looked
Nah,
outside.
that's crazy though. But like, I don't know about y'all. Not to throw in the tin hat just so early, but like I'm seeing videos of, like a helicopter dropping fire on trees. What's going on? Y'all think? Y'all hear anything else about this? You know, this Canada fires, wildfires, or anything?
I'm just gonna say one thing about that specifically. There is such thing as controlled fires. So people like firefighters literally will burn down parts of a forest to prevent the rest of the forest to burn down. So that is a possibility, but I don't think they burnt that forest.
Wait. So real quick, the firefighters will burn down a part of a forest.
Correct.
To stop the spread.
So, for example, if a fire is spreading OD and there's mad wood in front of the fire, it's going to keep burning. So, if we controlly burn a fire before the huge fire gets there,
That's crazy.
then it stops because there's nothing else to burn. Like, we already burned whatever it was going to burn, so now it can't keep
It's like,
going.
yeah,
and
it's like,
progressing.
we'll let the fire get up to here because this is already done. So once it hits this point, it's like
just
it's
gonna
gonna
hit
burn.
ash. It's gonna hit ash and it's gonna burn out. So that's also a reason why they do that. But I also haven't seen that video as to what they're talking about.
No,
I'm not
yeah,
putting it on the red.
Have you seen that? I see the video like, yo, there's like a helicopter and literally just fire, like, or some dude. I don't know if it's a dude swinging or like a fire coming down from like what's it called? Like a, I don't know what to describe. I don't want to say like a pole, but something like a hanging from the helicopter, and it's just like letting fire go. If I can find the video, I'm definitely gonna try to throw it on here. But
Yeah,
it's
so
like letting fire go on
I'm
top
not
of
putting
all
the
the
Reynolds
trees
wrap
and all
for
that
that.
shit.
Yeah, definitely not putting the Reynolds wrap hat on for that because that's controlled burning. That's literally a tactic for like wildfires and shit like that.
Yeah, well, that really sucks though, because
All I
you
know
used to hearing
is
this in like
Canada,
Cali and
get your
shit.
shit together. We over here
Facts.
smoked out because
Yo,
of y'all.
for real though.
This
Get
shit
it
is
together.
insane,
It's
bro.
It
so-
smells like a barbecue outside for
Word.
like crazy
Stepped
though.
outside like who
charcoal
cooking
and shit.
today? Like nigga, what's going on, bro? Like that shit.
And then
yo,
not even that, like usually this shit you hear about it in Cali, like the West Coast,
Facts.
or like even in other countries. But the fact, like I mean, Canada is another country, but it's like right there.
We closer to Canada though, so that's why we wouldn't get like even.
See, but isn't the fire in like Nova Scotia? That shit is dumb deep
I mean,
in Canada.
there's
Yeah,
like four of them shits though, so it's like it's not.
Nah, it's
just
gotta
one,
and there's
it's-
gotta be one that's close to us. There's no way that like there's a fire that far away. And
Nah, that's what I'm jacking. That it is that far away. It's
but
not
there's-
like it's
but
burning
there's-
at
there's-
Niagara Falls.
There's
you
four
feel
of
me?
them though. That's the thing. Like there's four ongoing forests. But like there was a bunch of them, so
That's
I can
fucking
understand how it got over here. But it's like
This shit is
Damn,
worse
my
than
nigga.
Cali. Like I remember being on the farm in like December of 2018, January 2019,
yeah.
and like the wildfires were going up over there in California. It wasn't in California, but I think it was like in Oregon or in Canada as well, and like the whole sky was like pitch orange. Like the sun, like
I remember seeing pictures.
yeah, like we're growing
really
weed
outside.
and like I'm literally looking at weed plants and like orange sky. Like it's ridiculous. But here it's even worse. Like the smog is on a ridiculous level. First we didn't even
air
have
quality
good
is
air.
already bad.
Yeah, we didn't even have
Yeah,
good air
exactly.
quality to
'Cause
begin
all the
with.
pollution
But
we already
now
from out
on
there.
top of that, bro, like we're dying out here, my
Bro,
G.
I looked on the weather app. That shit was like purple the other day. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, you talking about the
going
little
on?
like it was like the
Word.
rain, not the rain. What's it called? It was like a graph,
Yeah,
right? It
like it showed
like
the
map.
air quality and all that shit. She was like purple. I'm like, no, what the
Nah, I
fuck
saw,
is going
and that's
on
a fact.
outside?
I literally saw a post that like compared like our air quality. I guess the number, whatever number they ranking it out of, compared to like all the other countries, and and we were like #1 by so far, like by like a large number.
Bro,
Like,
Fucked
that's
up shit,
crazy.
that's gonna sit in the air for dumb long. So
I'm
you
seeing
gotta be like-
charts where they're comparing the air quality now to the air quality right after September 11, bro, and it's worse. Like, how is that even possible, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but
Shit is bad.
Word. That
Shit
just
is
it
bad.
came out of left field, man. Look, I was even I'm drinking on my tea over here because I was still recovering.
Word. Everybody
So
here took the Zyrtec and Claritin. We Zyrtec the fuck up. You feel me?
back in action.
Nah, that got it. But yo, segue in a little bit. Feel me? Hold on. We all got to see a great movie this past
Amazing.
weekend. Feel me? A great
Amazing.
movie.
The best piece of homework I ever seen in my life.
There wasn't
Yo,
even homework, bro. That was
Into
just
the
straight
Spider-Verse,
up
my
top
nigga.
pizza day. That was pizza day compared to every other homework we done
Damn.
did.
Get out of
That-
here, nigga.
nah, I
No, nigga.
Straight up.
10 out of 10 though, but that was still
Yo.
homework for the next
It
movie.
really was. It really ended on a cliffhanger, my nigga.
Homework.
Also,
nigga.
wait, hold on. Spoilers. Let's talk about it right now. Before you continue watching, we go talk about this movie on a minute.
So if you didn't watch it,
So
too bad, so
you
sad.
can skip the
Spoiler
segment, but I'm gonna let you know right now. We gonna talk about it all.
Spoilers.
And we started with it right
alert,
now. This nigga is the Prowler. Hold on. We watched to the end.
Ends with the Prowler.
It
word.
ends with the Prowler as Miles Morales sees himself as
Whoa,
his
whoa,
enemy.
whoa, wait.
We had to go a little bit more in depth with that,
before we
though,
even
feel
get
me?
into that, can we announce the movie we're talking about? Because we
I
still
just
have-
said Into the Spider-Verse.
All right, bet. 'cause-
Beyond the Spider-Verse, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, my mistake.
Beyond the
Word.
Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse was
the
the first
first
one.
one.
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
My mistake.
Facts. But that movie, phenomenal, bro.
Great movie.
The
10 out of
only
10.
Marvel movie in the last, like, I want to say 5 years that was worth watching.
He's lying,
Worth
bro.
watching,
He's
bro.
It's not true because you
They
fucked with
were-
Spider-Man
you
3.
I
Get
fuck
outta
with
here.
Spider-Man
That was in
3.
the last 5 years.
Yo,
You're
stop
absolutely-
letting him cap to you, bro.
Nah. Spider-Man 3, great, but in
Yeah.
Now
comparison,
it's
in comparison to this movie, bro, I'm sorry. That movie that I thought was an 8 out of 10 has now dropped to a 6 in comparison to
What
this movie,
nigga
bro.
dropped
Wait.
Spider-Man to a C? You're a buck. That doesn't
Compared to
negate
this-
the other Spider-Man.
It doesn't
nigga.
negate the other Spider-Man, but
Nah.
it makes me look
Hold
at
on,
this,
hold on.
like what they're doing with Spider-Man. This is
No,
way
bro.
better than what they did with
Nah.
the.
They had
Tom
to have
Holland
that
shit.
Spider-Man for this Spider-Man to include. You feel me? Everything
Nah,
had
you
to go, everything had to
literally
go
did it.
together. You feel me? Everything went together. They put a little piece of every Spider-Man.
You're
in.
See,
absolutely
do-
right.
nah,
but
doing-
I feel like
doing
if Tom
homework-
Holland didn't exist, it still would have existed and still been on.
Nah, that movie could have still been tough without Tom
Yeah,
Holland, for
but
sure.
I'm saying
But
all
I'm
those
just saying-
pieces they added into just the Spider. Feel me? It's all Spider-Man.
But it's supposed to be all Spider people. Exactly.
Word.
It's a
Correct.
fact, it's a fact. Either way, hold on. But we're not gonna segue from that. You said so now Spider-Man 3 is a 6 out of 10, nigga. Like,
Yeah, in
what?
comparison,
bugging.
and like
In comparison, that
niggas
movie
worse
was
than Rotten-
amazing.
Rotten
my
it
nigga.
Tomatoes.
is,
right
it
here,
is an
man.
amazing movie. Don't get me wrong.
And it got your favorite character, Doctor Strange, in it too, Ralph.
It really don't. Yeah, nah, bro.
This
No,
man-
that's
this
that's
man right
also a
here.
detractor. That right there, you might have dropped it to
Nigga
a
is
5.
bugging,
Just
bro.
mentioning bringing it up, Doctor Strange, that dropped it to a 5. Again, I'm not saying Spider-Man 3 ain't a phenomenal movie too, but in comparison,
It's phenomenal, but it's a 6.
it's like
now.
eating
How?
a
How
flank
that work?
steak from the Key Foods and then eating filet mignon, my nigga. Like, yeah, the flank steak was good,
Nah,
seasoned
my
right,
nigga.
perfect.
We know.
But this was filet mignon, my
disagree.
nigga.
Man, that Spider-Man
What? So you're
was
saying
great,
that
nigga.
Spider-Man 3 was better than this movie?
It
I don't know
wasn't
about
better, but it was still good.
amazing.
Word,
Yeah,
like-
like if you consider this movie a 10 out of 10, Spider-Man 3 is a 9 out of 10. Like
Exactly,
it's not far
nigga.
behind. Bro.
You acting
that
like
movie was
it-
amazing.
This
bro.
Spider-Man doesn't make that Spider-Man trash.
I'm
nigga.
not saying it's trash. Again,
You
I
just
never-
called it a 6, nigga. What do you
I'm
mean?
just saying it's a normal Spider-Man movie in comparison to this Spider-Man movie. This is like groundbreaking, my nigga.
Nah.
Bro.
For the simple
'Cause it's
fact that
animation?
live,
Okay, cool.
No, not even that.
Not even, it
for the
showed us
simple
a
fact that animation, right? Because it was animation, it got to explore way more, like on some dimensions or different Spider Verses, right?
Correct.
Versus the real action one, we got to see the 3 biggest Spider-Man we've ever seen on a screen alone in one movie.
Exactly.
We didn't even get to see that.
And
in this,
the
in this
villains
movie.
they fought,
So if
nigga.
anything, it should be the opposite.
All I'm saying is Spider-Man 3 showed us everything that we saw before at its best form. You're absolutely right, but we all saw that Spider-Man movie before. Literally, all 3 of those Spider-Man movies we
Have a
saw,
similar, yeah.
and they connected to make one movie. You're right. We've seen that Spider-Man before. This version of Spider-Man from Beyond the Spider-Verse, literally, they're touching on the topic of like, yo, every Spider-Man does the same shit, and this is a completely different Spider-Man.
But I
Like, he's
argue
literally
they
breaking the
set that
formula.
up.
That's a
They
fact.
set
That's
that
a
up in the
fact.
first movie, though.
But that's what I'm saying. They didn't set that up in the Tom Holland shits. That's just Spider-Man. You've seen Spider-Man. You know Spider-Man.
But it wasn't
Here's
because
Spider-Man.
these are standalone movies, whereas that Spider-Man and that's it's all intertwined within the Marvel movies that are coming out.
Yeah, it's
they
more homework.
They have to pack everything that for me everything within Into the Spider-Verse, Beyond the Spider-Verse, and the third movie that's gonna come out. So the reason why you saying, okay, yeah, it's not like Spider-Man is doing this all by himself is because they have movies like, okay, Doctor Strange or the
See, that's the thing. I'm not even talking about him doing it by himself. I'm talking about like we've seen every single villain in Spider-Man 3 before. Literally, we've seen them before. Then on top of that, the issue that he's solving is literally that's textbook Spider-Man story. There's nothing beyond, other than the multiverse being changed, and there's 3 Spider-Mans now. You've seen that Spider-Man movie before,
but
3
now
times.
I would argue that this is fake the same thing because it's always the sense of Peter Parker not being able to have both,
and also
this is Miles Morales
exactly,
trying to have both and keep both. So I would say it's the same thing. It's just different. Like
where the difference is you follow Miles Morales versus
you
Tom
just
Holland,
you
bro.
just enjoyed this more because of the Easter eggs and everything else in it.
And
But that doesn't
it's also touching on the history of Spider-Man and how they changed that history for something that we all know. Like at this point, your grandma knows Spider-Man's story, how Spider-Man, Uncle Ben, all this. They're literally touching on those topics and being like, nah, you don't need that. Like, yeah, Spider-Man is what you know, but could be completely different. And Miles Morales, you're absolutely right. It's a very similar Spider-Man story where it's like, yeah, he wants to do both, be a kid and be Spider-Man at the same time and have his life. But at the same time, he's literally breaking history, the Spider-Verse history, to become his own different Spider-Man. Which I was like, yo, that's insane. Because again, we've seen Spider-Man. I know Spider-Man. All 3 of them Spider-Man, white Spider-Mans, same movie, my nigga. Miles Morales, though, not only did they add culture to this shit, but then on top of that, they're breaking the mold of a Spider-Man movie. Like, that's homework that I want to do. Like, you're right. It's 3 movies.
Right, you just like to pick and choose. Bro.
Nah,
you know,
it's not picking and choosing. It's not picking and choosing because when you call Matrix 1, 2, and 3 homework, that's a movie series, right? Where it's like if I watch Spider-Man 3, I also gotta watch Doctor Strange and a bunch of other shit that you just said was
If I watched the third
entangled.
Matrix, I would have to watch the other 2, nigga.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you watching a series. It's like 1, 2, and 3, like period.
No,
but
I'll give you that.
If
like
I watch
trilogies.
Spider-Man 3, and I have no clue about anything that was intertwined, like you just said, that Spider-Man 3 had to intertwine a whole bunch of different shit because it's part of a universe, right? Mm-hmm. This is its own universe. There is no extra homework. I don't have to watch no extra TV shows, no Doctor Strange movie to understand part 2, 3,
but
or 4.
I would also argue it's a fairly new one too. The first movie, just like the tip of the iceberg of this idea of the other multiverses and other Spider-Man.
Yeah, but how do you find out more about that other multiverse? You watch 2, right? And then you watch 3, right? It's not like you watch 2 and then you watch Fulanito de Tal's number 1 and then somebody else's number 4.
But you have to also put in perspective.
Now I gotta watch Spider-Man
but you have
3.
to also put in perspective that these are 3 different Spider-Mans from 3 different eras. So it's like, yeah, I get what you're saying in that regards, but they all had their own sequel movies that go together with each other.
But I'm not even just talking about the Spider-Man connection, right? I'm talking about the Doctor Strange connection and every other Marvel movie that they also jam-packed, and there are Easter eggs for that. And there are also Easter eggs in other Marvel movies for Spider-Man. Whereas, like, if I watch Doctor Strange right now, ain't nothing happening in Enter the Spider-Verse or Beyond the Spider-Verse. You feel me? Where it's like Spider-Verse is its own thing, like its own little bubble. I don't have to go outside the bubble. I could stay at this one little bubble and watch all the movies and be entertained.
But I feel like they all intertwine. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's true because it's that part of the movie. But this is like every Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is based on.
Yeah, but I don't have to take my grandma to watch every Spider-Man to understand the story of 1 and 2 of this movie. Where it's like,
I give you that. I give you that point always, and I agree with that because that's like me. You was very similar on that with Doctor Strange too. But it's just the idea that it's like awesome. Like they do it like in little like almost like little trials, little segment, right? It's like, all right, these like 6 movies you gotta watch to understand this one, right? And then, but then it's a cutoff. Like for example, Into the Spider-Verse or whatever, right? Yeah, you just had to watch the 3, but let's just say like for example, the next whatever movie that's come out, or like even like Wolverine and Deadpool, like you should probably watch the first Deadpools and the Wolverines, but
correct.
But what I'm saying is like it's never like, oh yeah, if you don't watch all of this extra shit, like everything before this, then you'll never understand what's going on. At least they give you like all right, well, it was probably just these 3 movies. Like for example, with Doctor Strange 2, it was probably just obviously Spider-Man. It was what's it called, WandaVision. and then
Too much homework, my nigga. Too
No,
much.
that's not
Loki,
even- that's what I'm saying. That wasn't
Loki
even
as
that
well.
much.
Get out of here.
Loki as well.
Loki and a bunch of other shit.
I mean,
setting
wait,
up-
nah, not even though.
then,
Not even Loki.
even then, you didn't
Loki
have
was
to
just the
watch
first
that to
concept.
see.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
only
yeah.
show you really had
Yo,
to see to
was
understand was
WandaVision.
WandaVision, and even
My
then,
nigga.
you didn't have to watch WandaVision because she already had that kid concept.
No,
whatever,
there was no
coming-
kid concept in the last movie that WandaVision
No,
was
no,
in.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when WandaVision started. That's where that kid concept started coming in. So that was it right there. That's what you had to watch.
Word.
That's
But my
You didn't have
thing
to
is,
watch
yo,
nothing else.
if I take my grandma to see Doctor Strange, the first movie, and then I tell her to watch the second movie,
Nah, I already know that. Yeah,
she's gonna be like, "What the fuck happened?" And then on top of that, the last time you see WandaVision on the silver screen, she is a superhero fighting badass against the Wakandans with
that's-
everybody,
but
all the
even-
women,
no,
all
but
the
even
women.
in the
No,
first
whoa,
movie-
whoa, time out. All the women are literally fighting together. That's the literal last time you see her on the silver screen. And then the next time you see her, she bugging out about kids that we don't know what the fuck, where they came from. Unless you watch that show, you don't know why she's upset. She's all of a sudden a
But if
villain.
you're taking somebody
and now
that's
she's
not a
talking about
Marvel
Vision
fan
like
to
that
a
nigga
Marvel
around.
movie, if you're you talking about taking your grandmother to a Marvel movie, right? You take your grandmother to see that movie. It's like, all right, cool. What the fuck is going on? But like,
Yeah,
one,
got it.
she already don't know what the fuck is going on.
That's
with
not
that.
true because
So
if
it's
I
like-
take her to Spider-Verse, the second movie, they literally tell you what happened in the previous movie, caught you back up, and then was like, all right, now movie 2.
so if they give you a recap in Doctor Strange, would that have been better?
No, because it made no sense. It made no sense.
Nah,
like
that's not. But that's
that makes no sense,
You
bro.
gonna
Yeah,
give me the
You can't
recap?
make a recap in what you can't have a recap in one
But
movie.
it's a-
Say you can't do it in another.
But it's
I would even-
it's a
I would even
recap
argue
of
that
the
the second-
previous movie. It's not a recap of like, oh, you didn't read the little novel in between. Oh, you didn't.
But
see
like
the
I said,
TV
the
show. Like,
only
that don't
thing
make
was
no
the
sense.
only thing you would have seen was WandaVision. That's it.
Exactly. I gotta watch a TV show to
You don't
understand
even have to
a
watch
movie.
it. If you just look, if you even watch the first 30 minutes or whatever, like if you just
First
understand
episode or
that she
whatever.
has kids, nigga, that's all you need. That's
But
all the
and that's
context
more
you
homework
need.
than I have to do. Literally, I already paid you to give me 100% of a story, and you're telling me I gotta go with that money to go spend another $20 a month
And
to
you
go
about
watch
to go do it to see the third
No,
part
I'm
of
not.
Spider-Verse.
I'm really not though
It's
because they're not
$6.99 for Disney Plus. Hold on,
$6.99 for
Word,
Disney Plus
nigga,
on top of the
word.
$26 I pay for these tickets. Get
He's-
out of here,
he's
bro.
still about to
First
watch
of
the
all, it
next
should be
Marvel.
I'm not,
$3.99.
though.
Niggas got too many passwords out here. Hold
Ralph
on.
says he's not
I-
watching
And
it.
the craziest part now, hold on, he has Disney Plus. So yeah, I don't hear none of
Get him
that.
out of here.
I'm not doing homework though. I'm not
whatever,
doing
nigga.
Pick and choose homework, Ralph. Let's not
whatever,
do that.
nigga.
There's
Yeah.
not
Pick and
one
choose
time.
homework.
There's never.
Very pick and choose
What
over
homework
here.
have I done though?
No, you just said right now you want to do Spider-Verse homework.
There is no, but that's what I'm saying. There is no Spider-Verse homework. I literally show up to the movie theater, boom, the pop quiz is there, and I'm taking it.
I
That's
bet you
it.
right now
Nah.
Disney's gonna release some sort of show for
And I'm not
Spider-Verse.
watching it.
Exactly, but that's the homework.
And
I'm
I'm
just
not
saying.
watching- and I'm not
There's
watching
homework
it.
for it that you got to reference. That's all I'm
If you
saying.
are literally making me, if you're trying to make me watch multiple screens to understand something that I am paying 100% of the price for, that is ridiculous. You are insane to me to think
So-
that I'm gonna watch a TV show to understand the
Alright.
movie that I'm paying
I have a question
$26
for you then.
for. Like,
Boom, boom, boom. I bet. I like that. So now I have a question for you, right? Since that's what it's really about, right? The payment, the 100% payment.
it's not
So
even
no,
just
no, no,
about
wait,
payment.
wait, wait. Let me
It's
just-
the
wait, wait.
work, the
Let me
effort,
just
the
ask.
time
Let me
that I'm
just ask.
wasting.
Not because, like I said, based on the effort of the time, you can pick and choose. But your whole life, you can pick and choose what you want to waste your effort and time on.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm trying to say. So this is my question. Hold on. This is my question. Let's say they Marvel was like, yo, we fuck with streaming heavy. We dubbing movie theaters. We throwing
Boom,
everything.
then I'm
on-
watching all the shows because that's all they're doing is TV shows.
No,
that all
I'm
connect.
not saying that. I'm saying they're throwing every movie, everything they're gonna continue to do through the theaters. They just said, "Fuck it, we're throwing it on Disney Plus."
Straight to.
Yeah.
Just like with all our shows, just like with everything that we love, our streaming platform, we're gonna throw everything. Just like HBO Max and this is an HBO movie. It's a Disney Plus movie, but it's Marvel.
Bet, then I'll watch it because then it's on the platform that it's meant to be watched on. But if I am paying $26 to watch a movie and I don't understand the movie at the end, I wasted my $26.
So paying the $6 monthly is better than not understand.
Yeah, because at least if you're telling me it's a TV show and all I gotta worry about is a TV
That's what I'm
show
saying. I'm
or
not
a
telling you
TV
TV show.
movie
He
or
said-
whatever
he
it
just said
is,
it's the
like
movies though.
I'm saying
Exactly.
they threw
I'm-
movies on Disney Plus, like
Bet.
over it. There was no
Yeah,
like
like,
release
all
in the
the
theater. It was
movies.
like, yo, it's coming out. The new
Then I'm
Spider-Man
watching,
coming out.
I'm watching every single one of them, and I'm gonna complain about how bad they are still. But at least I don't gotta. Now it's all homework. Now it's all extra homework, bro. It
I
makes
love
no
it.
sense,
I
bro.
love it. Nah, it like
Marvel
I said,
will be at your next movie.
Probably. What's the next one? What's the
I don't
next
know.
one?
It might be Deadpool or some shit.
See, that
I
one.
don't even
that
know.
one.
Nah, I
That
think
one got me.
it's the what's it called? The
I
three
just
Marvel
I
girls.
just want to put on record.
I'm
that
not watching
for
that.
the past.
I'm
few,
not watching that.
Past few podcasts, bro. office said he's not going to the next Marvel movie, and he's come with us to every single one.
Nah,
that's come out after
that's
that.
Cap. That's cap. I said I'm not paying for certain Marvel movies, and I stay true to that because other niggas have paid for that movie
cap,
for me.
He did pay for some of those movies that we went
some
to.
Of them. Spider-Man
still came, nigga.
Spider-Man, I paid for, but there are a couple other ones that I didn't pay for. You actually had to cop the tickets for me because I was not going to cop it.
Ant-Man. It was just Ant-Man. That was it.
Wow, and that was a waste of money. I mean, the Boomies were nice, but that was a waste of money.
Ant-Man was kind of lackluster, but that's beside the point. You still went. It's okay.
All I'm saying is, if you're going to make me do homework on your platform that you're making other people pay for, obviously I don't pay for it because nigga got the hookup with the passwords. That's neither here nor there. The thing is,
chill, bro. You know they cutting down on the power.
They gonna have to catch me, my nigga. Like that's how it's gonna work. But all I'm saying is, if you're making me do homework, you make a bubble, and then you're telling me I gotta go outside that bubble to understand the shit that's inside the bubble. That's where you lose me. Where it's like with these Spider-Man movies, I watch 1, I watch 2. There's nothing extra. I gotta wait a year for the next homework, right? And I'm gonna pay that money to watch that next homework because I understand 1 and 2. There is no 2.5. Oh, Timon and Pumbaa's movie. Like they ain't none of that.
Fire.
You feel me?
Chill. Don't do that.
Nah, that was actually a good movie. But I'm just saying, like that's where the difference is. Like, how are you gonna have a character completely change from the last time you see them on the main screen to a villain like Wanda in fucking Doctor Strange? Made no sense to me because I didn't see WandaVision, and yeah, it's my fault I didn't see WandaVision. But like, I paid my money to see this movie.
Couldn't that just be a part of the surprise factor though?
But what's the surprise, nigga?
She's a villain now. You don't know that.
A villain how? Because I had no idea she had kids, and even in the movie, they don't really talk about. It was just like, oh shit, you crazy, you got kids.
Yeah, but
it's a surprise factor.
But they didn't show her like.
But
I give you that. I mean, I give you the fact that it's like, yeah, you didn't do the homework, so off rip. If you didn't do the homework, you're going in this a little blindsided. But it wasn't like they were just like, yo, WandaVision is bad. They even like in the first scene where he like, I go to WandaVision for help, or I go to Wanda for help.
Correct.
And then it's like you watch her become bad. Like, oh yeah, this whole time it was me. Like it wasn't like they cut that scene out.
She didn't become bad, bro. She was bad from the beginning because as soon as Doctor Strange pulls up on her and they're walking through that field and she's talking about shit that she shouldn't know about, and he's like, oh, you the evil bitch.
Exactly.
It's like, but why are you evil?
That's like the shock factor.
But why? How? But like you don't explain it to me.
She's looking for the girl though. That was the whole point.
Yeah, but why is she looking for the girl?
So she could jump and go to the reality with her kids, nigga.
What kids? Where did these kids come from?
Okay.
What, this idea of her being bad and wanting kids and the Vision death, like the last time you see her, she is a Vision's already dead. She dumb, sad, Vision died, she disappeared, snapped, and then comes back, superhero, fighting with all the women in that super pose.
But like
and
that,
then all of a
that
sudden
doesn't,
evil?
that doesn't,
where?
That's like a shock factor thing to me. That's like Dom Toretto turning evil in one of the Fast movies, nigga.
But that wasn't good either, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that would be great.
It's just like a shock factor shit. Like, okay, there's characters that turn evil and do shit like that all the time.
But explain it well, bro. And you're telling me the explanation of it being done well is I gotta watch 8 episodes of a TV show to understand how well it was that she was bad? Nah, I'd rather you explain it to me in that movie I paid $26 for, and we.
But the only thing that you really don't know is that she conjured them kids and she made them up, and they say that in the movie, and they say that at the end of the movie, my nigga.
Yeah, and you know what a great thing about movie is? It's show me, don't tell me. Show me what the problem is. Bro, don't tell me.
Wasn't the best
movie, you know what's a crazy movie? You know what's a crazy? Yo, the problem to this movie is something that I explained to you in exposition. That's amazing. Like, nigga, I don't want to hear your exposition. Show it to me.
But yeah, he wants to watch the stuff. Come on.
Nah, get out of here.
Anyway,
you know what? Don't get me started.
Yo, real quick,
No. That's a whole different tax bracket in terms of movies.
Nah, my nigga.
That's a
movie's a movie, bro.
That's it.
No, movie equals movie. There's no specific kind of movie.
A horror movie and a comedy movie are not on the same tier.
All I'm saying is they're movies, though.
They are movies.
You said horror movie, comedy movie, movies.
Correct, but those are two different genres of movies.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say is...
And the stuff is still bad in either genre.
So bad that it's good, though.
No,
I'm telling you, bro.
Movies. We're not even going to mention the stuff. That's for another day.
We are definitely going to watch the stuff, and we're going to review it for you.
All I'm saying is
live.
movies...
I'm telling you, it's worth it.
Movies is the biggest part of the genre, nigga. All the way at the top. Movie. This is a film, right? Movie.
That's like being like, food is food. Indian food, Chinese food.
Food is bad. Exactly.
Food is bad.
Food is Chinese.
Just
What
because it
are
has
you
a
talking
title in
about?
front of it don't make it.
But there's different flavors.
Exactly.
And
There's different movies.
But
There's
what,
good
all
ones,
right, there's
bad
different
ones.
flavors. There's different flavors of ice cream, but what is it, nigga? Ice cream,
if
right?
I have a burger and I'd be like, yo, this is whack Chinese food, my nigga, that's two different foods.
You just don't know what you're talking about, but it's still
exactly,
food.
man.
nigga.
That's exactly what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell y'all. You don't know what you're talking
But you're
about.
saying Chinese. I'm saying overt food. I didn't choose to describe it that way.
Yeah,
I'm just
word.
saying I'm choosing it to describe it as what I do know what it is. A movie.
It's a
Done.
movie.
Period.
He's-
That's all I'm talking about.
General-
Movie.
the
But
general
the
thing.
genres are classified differently. Like what makes
I'm not
a good comedy
disagreeing with
movie
that.
is
Just
gonna
like there's
make a
different
horror
kinds
movie
of
bad.
foods. I'm not saying that.
That's a fact.
But it's the idea that either way, the picking and choosing of whatever movie you like, if it's the stuff because it's so bad that it's good. if it's
Horrible,
the-
nigga.
But that's the difference, right? Where it's like I know that movie's bad, and I find enjoyment.
Exactly,
It's a
it's a
personal
pick and
thing.
choose.
It's picking and choosing based on my liking.
But what if someone likes the stuff? What if someone goes, I like that stuff?
I do like the stuff.
But
What
there
mean?
you go, my nigga. That's
But-
it.
No, but what if somebody likes this stuff because they think it's a good movie?
They're like, wow.
Then,
like,
then they are not all there because
Oh,
it's not a good movie.
So if I give you a burger, you call it Chinese food, then you not all there, nigga.
Exactly. But that's what I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
So what, like,
All I'm saying to this whole point, you're absolutely right. I like the stuff. It is not a good movie
no,
by
put the quotes around here.
movie standards, but it's an enjoyable movie that I enjoy. So, but I know the flaws in that movie. And the flaws are what make it good. Where it's like that movie's intentionally bad and is funny because it's intentionally bad.
Well, you
Whereas
think
this
they
movie,
made it to be intentionally bad? There's a
Oh,
like,
no.
but see, that's see,
They did it.
Come on, nah,
They
that's
did
it.
it.
No, moving on.
Nah.
Moving on, bro.
Nah,
Save
get out
it for the
of
next
here.
podcast. That's
before,
crazy.
Before we get to our
All I'm
next
saying
segment,
is,
yo.
if you're making it, if your goal is to make a primetime movie like a Marvel movie,
Yo.
you spending millions of dollars to make a good movie that is good to the legacy of the multiverse, the series, whatever, and it is a bad movie from every standpoint. I have no enjoyable aspect. Whereas in the stuff or in a bad movie like Den of Thieves, this movie is so bad
man.
that it's so hilariously bad that it's like, yo,
First of all, Den of Thieves wasn't hilariously bad.
that shit was hilariously bad, my nigga. How the fuck?
It was just a bad movie. It was
likes
bad,
that
it was
movie
bad
now,
put
though.
together though. It
Every
was just
part of
really-
that movie was so over the top bad that it was just like there's no way they
Some
thought
of them,
this was
some of them
good.
scenes wasn't shot that bad.
You're right. It wasn't.
saying,
it wasn't
like,
shot bad. They
not
had
every
whoa,
single
You're right.
aspect.
They had some
Yo.
Aries or some Red Dragon cameras. They were shot amazingly, but the shit that they were shooting was bad. Like the story was bad. The plot was bad. 2 + 2 = 7 in that movie. Like not good.
Hey, my
but
son,
I found
Ice
it
Cube's
funny.
son had an accent, bro. That's all that
Nigga,
matters.
they had a whole scene where a bunch of Samoans are working out in a garage while his daughter's going to prom. Like, what that had to do with the movie? I don't know. Hilarious.
Bad
Boom.
boys.
Moving on.
But where, yo, real quick before we get to the next segment, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Happy Monkey and Dr. Green, y'all.
What's going on, y'all? You already know Rico Clyde, half of Wolf2Wolf, baby. We here at Dr. Green, man. Shout out Dr. Green. We at the LES location. Yo, come through. Pull up. Yo. You already know we here, baby.
What's going on, y'all? It's him to be the other half of Wolf to Wolf. Shouts out to Happy Monkey, man.
Yup.
Come treat your lungs right. We're going to drop a number on the screen right here. Text them your name and your email for more information, all right?
Big Dr. Green, you heard?
Sir. Since we was on our superhero vibe and shit, I'm going to give y'all a couple different scenarios. One of them might be a superhero one, but the first one it has to do with this movie called The Wave, all right? So, boom. Real quick, give you a little
Synopsis, you feel me? A little
synopsis.
do your homework though, because The Wave
Definitely watch this movie though.
definitely that's a good
I was about to
movie.
say, I think I've
on
seen it.
all aspects, not even bad. Like
so this nigga goes to a party, and to make a long story short, there's some shady nigga sitting in this party doing all the drugs. Feel me? All the drugs.
niggas in like a kimono, if I remember right, or
Nah,
some
he's
shit
in
like
a
that.
fur, like a mink, like he just in the back chilling, like. So then he backs out this drug. This dude, he's like, yo, he tells the main character, he's like, yo, you need to relax. You look like you need to relax.
I'm gonna give you this tape shit.
Word. So, but this is what he does. Takes it out. It's like some powder shit. It got like devil horns on it. Like they make it real symbolic. You know what I'm saying? So, takes the shit out. It's like powder. He puts it on like a spoon or some shit. Cooks the shit. All this other
Crack heroin and shit, like, I
all this
don't know.
other extra shit. And then he's like, yo, you gotta. He tells the girl that the main character's with. He's like, yo, y'all gotta put it on y'all tongues, and then when y'all kiss, and then meets y'all tongue, then y'all gonna be in it. And then he's like, how would I know when I feel it? And then the nigga said,
Oh,
it's
you
gonna
gonna
hit
know.
you. He says it's gonna hit you in waves. and then that's like nigga. Feel me? All right, so boom.
So what's the
Spoiler alert? Not gonna lie. Skip this part 2, but we'll go watch that movie. So basically, he takes this drug, and the drug is like this shit that he's like in a trip.
Yeah, word.
The whole like, yo, bro, this nigga is bugged out. Like he wakes up the next day, some random person's house in his chair, like no phone, no wallet, nothing. He gets back to his crib, whatever. Shit starts going down. Shit's like shaping. He's time traveling, all this extra shit, right?
What the?
All of that to die at the end of the movie. But the shit was the universe was trying to teach him a lesson about doing the right thing. Because the more important part of the story was that he was like, he worked for some company that did like something with fraud. And there was a family that like they found a loophole, but like it was like some dickhead shit. Like to be real anal about that loophole is like, you didn't have to do that. So it was like the universe was teaching him a lesson type shit off that drug.
Because of what he did. Like
Type shit. But my question to y'all is, if a nigga presents a drug like that to you, and you know that that's the outcome of it or what might happen to you, are you taking it?
Probably not, my nigga, because that sounds pretty fucking insane, my nigga. Did you hear just hear what you said? You just said the nigga died at the end.
Right. We gotta.
That being said, niggas died off crack and they've also lived off of it. Niggas died off heroin, they've also lived off it. Those are drugs I still don't do, so I don't see myself adding it to that list. That sounds crazy, bro.
I'm just gonna say, depending on the circumstance.
What circumstance?
Well, that's the thing. If I know I'm gonna die off it, maybe not.
That's what I'm saying.
Again, maybe not, but it depends.
The maybe not is crazy.
I'm just saying that I am curious about a lot of experiences. So I am willing not to bet my life on it, but to bet a very heavy chunk as to have certain experiences. Niggas go out and like go skydiving and like might not have a parachute. That's risky, you feel me? But I take my own calculated risks, just like the calculated burning for the forest fires.
No,
sometimes you gotta
Don't
forget.
try to know.
My nigga, this is crazy.
It's not picking and choosing, bro. It's not picking and choosing. It's literally if the circumstances right, the people
what would
around
be the
you.
right circumstance?
That's what I'm saying. That's what we understand.
Again, if dying is the outcome, probably not.
What's the probably though? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that means there's a
I think it's just
Is there a
you
chance
just trying to
that I
say
don't die?
you would try this either way, even though you found out someone died from it. But
if that's the story, somebody died from it. Somebody died from a lot of shit that I've been.
It's not somebody died from it.
Wait, can I ask this? Because I didn't watch the movie since y'all did. But what's it called? Like, how long did it last before he died? Like, was
that
it
nigga was in it for like
bro,
a week or two,
that shit
traveling like.
But that shit happened within a day though.
Like he blacked.
Like realistically, like on real timing.
Well, we don't know what.
Nigga was just blacking. He was like blacking
okay.
out and waking up places and just being like, "Yo, why'd you do that?" And be like, "What? Do what?" Nigga was blacked out doing shit
out,
like,
bro. Like,
yeah, bro.
Seeing shit.
Again, I'm not saying that I
doing
would
that,
take
bro.
that, but I am very curious to see what could possibly do that.
it's a no for me, dog.
All I'm saying is I'm a very curious person, and they say curiosity killed the cat. I get that, but you don't know until you open the box, bro. Schrodinger's cat, he was alive and dead until you open that box and find out for yourself.
All I'm saying is, no. Let me ask you this. This is a little rebuttal, right? You have been on 125th Street. You've been on all these streets. You seen niggas do crack, and you go, "Yo, I don't want to do." Nah. Hold on.
You're right.
Hold on. Can it too? Hold on. You seen mad niggas bug out off of different drugs, and you like, I know I'm not taking that. I'm assuming by now you haven't taken crack or you ever tried heroin. So in my head, it's like you seen what that drug has done to people. You seen them live. You seen them wake up the next day. And you're like, I'm not taking that. So if you want to now try this drug that had a nigga doing shit for, I guess in his head, he thought it was a week or so,
but
right?
Nigga didn't know he was going to die.
Ended up dying.
He didn't know he was going to die.
But you know he ended up dying.
You know, you did, but
did the
you
shorty
have the
die,
foresight.
though?
The shorty was already dead.
Oh,
you don't know? Oh, no.
It's a no for me, though.
No,
it's a no for me, though.
Now even more
Spoiler
spoilers
for the movie. She technically didn't exist in the movie or something.
So then, what does that mean, then, nigga? When he died, where did he go? To her, right?
Wait, run that back though. Wait. When he met Shorty though, right? Didn't he meet Shorty before he took the drug?
They work together.
Let me give
supposedly.
No, they don't. Let me give. See, that's the thing. Look, see, nigga, that they didn't work.
Whatever
together.
joke he was on before he took that drug.
in his office or some shit?
She was supposed to be, but that wasn't that shorty.
But that's what I'm saying.
Real quick,
bro.
is this
So
the same nigga that
tripping?
made Enter the Void?
No.
This is like
Sounds like it. That's why.
It's a trippy movie, but all I'm saying
It's an
is,
Americanized. trippy
again,
movie.
depending on the
copy.
circumstance and depending
Gotta watch
on the
it.
comfort level of who I'm around and the actual drug, like, again, I see crackheads on the daily on 2/5. I
that
see
means you're not
heroin.
doing crack.
Yeah, and I see heroin addicts on the daily on 1/2. So I'm not doing them drugs. I've seen them niggas bug out. You telling me a drug that's being presented to me for the first time, never seen nothing, it's a psychedelic on top of that? Niggas sell it to me the right way, I might try it. Now ends up crack, my nigga. Damn, I'm never doing it again. But if I die, it was a one-time go. Like,
Nigga said
it's
crack.
not picking and choosing. I literally see
So
the
that's the
victims
circumstance,
of
the way that it's been given to you.
Exactly.
That's what we needed, though. We needed that. You was just like, I don't know, probably. I mean, I
Right.
want
Well,
to try it. Like,
I- need the
See,
circumstance.
I'm going to admit this here on this podcast right now. My nigga, I popped Molly, and the way I got Molly was a nigga being like, yo, we at a party. I trust this nigga. I was like, all right, if you say it's good, and you
that's
still
usually how you
alive.
do a drug, though. That's
I
usually
took that Molly, nigga. I was dancing for like 8 hours straight.
Someone's in there
Go,
like,
go, like, you feel me?
There with the shades on.
Word,
Exactly,
Shades
little
in that
kid.
bitch.
Like, I was
Wildin'.
dancing up a storm, bro. But in
Yeah,
my
I
mind,
got
back
it.
in the day, I was like, fuck Molly. Nah, that's coke, that's crack, that's this, that's that. I tried it, my nigga. It wasn't that bad. And I'm not saying I'm out here buying Molly, but it's not the worst experience I ever had in my life, neither. So, hey,
That's
I
true.
didn't die.
Like I said, that was a circumstance I needed because the way it was before was too general. It was like a maybe, probably. I pretty much want to do that.
Nah, I didn't say I want to do it.
All
It's
I'm
just how
saying
it
is,
works.
like, for
was-
example,
it was
wait, hold on. Based on that scenario, the answer would be no for the simple fact that you just said right now, right? Like a dude that you trusted, or like, oh, like this nigga put up with me, and like
This
I
is a
fucked
dude
with
you
him.
don't know,
You don't
nigga.
know him. He looked kind of crazy, and like he said, it was fucking devil horns looking shit. And
See,
I don't
but
know,
then again,
that's a
also,
little
Look, he
interesting,
doesn't
man.
care about the presentation of
Yeah,
that
the
part.
the presentation don't matter.
But off rip, if a nigga's cooking some shit up in front of you on a spoon and about to give it to you, you're taking that and you don't know this nigga?
If I don't know the nigga, probably not. But
If you know, okay.
If I know
then
that
leads
nigga-
me-
the
then that
fact
leads me
you
to my
said
next
probably
question.
not.
If you know a nigga
Crazy.
that's lighting some shit up on a spoon right now and you doing drugs with him, or you taking that from him, and you know him,
nah, probably
That's
not.
your
But
man's like, yeah, you fuck with him?
if it's like, but then again,
And
like
you
you could,
know he be doing that shit on a regular, like the spoon. He's like, yo, bro.
yeah, word. Or you take it because you're saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, like, I've seen niggas cook up acid on spoons. I've seen niggas cook up like a bunch of different shit. So it's just like, I don't know. Depending on
but
the
acid's a little different because but I'm just saying, like, certain. After you watching that though, right? Especially if it is a mystery drug, right? Like you said, you knew it was acid, you knew it was if it's crack or heroin,
Correct.
you knew it was those things.
You don't
now
know
it's
this.
a mystery drug. He says it, yo, it's kind of like LSD, it's kind of like crack,
It's gonna hit you
kind of
with
like this.
waves, nigga.
Yeah, it's gonna hit you
That's
different.
I
fine.
don't know, my nigga. Like, all I'm saying is, like, right now they got Tusi going out, right? Like that pink coke, that's like a psychedelic. That I have not done, but I'm curious, my nigga. I'm kind of like,
Pink coke. That's
yeah.
Wait, really? I mean,
Tusi,
that's-
yeah.
Tusi is crazy.
Off that 2CB, like Kanye be rapping about it too. Like, it's literally like cocaine and acid combined, my nigga. And it's just like hung, like the best, most amazing experience in the world. Don't have access to it because that shit.
But if you're a nigga
that
that does cocaine and acid, why wouldn't you try them together? I see that. I didn't
but
see
it's
that
not,
bad.
but it's not.
Oh,
but that's
oh,
what I'm saying. It's not cocaine and acid mixed together. It's a whole different chemical compound that reacts to your body that way. Where it's like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
If you would for that ride for me, I don't
I'm
know.
not
You with
again.
that
I'm not
ride?
saying I'm out here trying to cop it, but I am curious as to that experience. You feel me? I would love
Yeah,
to
I
know what
get
that
it. I
feels
love it.
like, at least to talk about it and have some reference point.
All
All right, so
next segment.
next
word.
next scenario. Well, it's kind of like a just random question. You could either give me a movie universe or a cartoon universe. You feel me, or one of each. But which universe would you want to live in?
Well, I'll let you take the first answer on that one. Word, think about
My
that.
joke answer would be the stuff, because my nigga, I would kick ass in that, but that's just a joke answer. But I want to like cartoon universe that I would live in. Maybe some Hanna-Barbera shit, because like if we talking about
Johnny
talking a lot
Bravo
about
Johnny
death.
Bravo.
Yeah, we're talking a lot about death right now. I know if I fall off a cliff, I'll be on some Coyote time. Or like I'll be if I fall. Like
Word.
that would be kind of valid. And that tune
Looney Tune,
effect,
nigga.
yeah, like Looney
Yes.
Tune effect. They OP. Like you dead, never dying. You stretching OD. Like you good.
Boomerang,
everything,
Boomerang, that
nigga.
whole channel. Nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Anything Hanna Barbera
Yogi
Boomerang.
Bear,
Like,
anybody. You could be
Oh,
any
yo,
nah.
if I could be chilling
Rocky
with Yogi
Bullwinkle,
Bear, bro.
nigga.
Nigga, a bear is my best
question.
friend? Nah, that'd be valid. I mean, you still stealing all of them picnic baskets and shit like that, but I fuck with you, Yogi.
Hey,
Come on.
boo-boo.
That's a great question to really think about. Like, what universe or cartoon world would you want to be a part of?
Oh, Fast and Furious also.
I knew you was gonna say that, but no. hell
Fast
no.
and Furious, because my nigga, them shit, they are superheroes in
But
cars.
that's them. That's
You're not
you.
gonna be a superhero in this. You're just
You're not,
gonna be
you're not
living.
Dominic Toretto, nigga. This is
Why can't I be? In this universe, I could be.
what you mean.
But you're not though. You just
It's,
living.
no,
I'm
it's-
offended.
The
I'm
question,
offended.
the question
Whoa,
is
whoa, whoa.
what universe you'd want to be in,
Exactly.
which means it's you yourself out.
you.
It's
And
not
if I
Dominic
get-
Toretto.
All I'm saying is, if I get a nice enough car, my nigga, I could be in Cuba racing Dominic Toretto
They're
and
not in
almost
Cuba
beat
no
that
more, nigga. They scratched that, bro. They
All space, my nigga. When you got there, they left the universe.
Word,
my
you
nigga.
already feel me?
Bet that means that if I can be 50% of Dominic Toretto or his family, my nigga, I'm still a demigod, my nigga. Like what?
So if that's the case, I would want to be in Transformers because I want a Transformer car, my nigga. Cause
That's a fact. I didn't think about
Oh
that.
nah, but that's not true though. That's with Wiki. What?
I could
What
get
happened?
It, nah,
Did
but I
choose
can
it?
get a
Nah, but there's
Transformer.
Transformers
There's Transformers
everywhere,
in the universe, nigga.
True, but you don't have the Transformer.
That's
I
true.
can
That's true.
get one. Just like 50% Dom Toretto, right? I get 50% luck up on the Transformer, nigga.
True.
My Bumblebee, nigga. Shit,
Alright.
you got the new Bumblebee on me.
You got it.
Nah, I want to live in San Andreas, y'all. CJ.
There
Nah,
you
let's
go.
stop.
Nah, that's
Nah, I would
valid.
want to live in
not
San
wanna live
Andreas.
there.
I'm not trying to
I would
live
not
there.
wanna live in
I would
San
like
Andreas.
peep in and look like, oh shit, and
Yeah,
then
word.
just dip real fast.
If
like,
we are gonna pick a GTA world, I would say Vice City because that shit look popping as fuck. Like
word.
out of
Yeah.
all the GTAs,
Nah, I still wouldn't pick Vice. I would pick probably San Andreas over Vice City. I just like
Vice
San
City's
Andreas more
beautiful.
than Vice City, though. That's the thing.
But I think it's just a gaming purpose, no? Like I like the game San Andreas.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie.
like, the story and all that.
I like the aesthetic. Like,
Oh, like
San
you
Andreas
like
was
that.
aesthetically more like better because it's like it's Cali niggas hip hop
it's
on
real
the
laid back.
radio.
True.
Word.
For me, that's my vibe. The Vice City shit was just like
you don't like the
Scarface.
hip and Vice? Come on, bro. That hip hop
That
shit
was
was
cool, but like it got better. You know what I mean? Like,
I
it
got you, I got
better.
you.
Got better, but nah. What other universe? I don't know. Maybe
Mm.
Family Guy because I fuck with Family Guy.
It's funny. I was gonna say The
It's
Simpsons
It
just because
was.
of the way they predict everything. Like I would already know.
I'm trying to think of like a place that has advantages that you can just live
Word.
in. Like,
Like,
I'm telling you, Toon World, Hanna-Barbera, bro.
yo, just for the
Cartoon,
curiosity, the world of Black Mirror, my nigga, just that universe.
nah, you already live in that, nigga.
Yeah, nah.
On the low, but I'm talking about
live
curiosity,
there
just
right
to see
now.
that'd be crazy. Like just living in one
I'm
of those
good.
episodes.
Nah,
that'd be
I don't want to live.
crazy.
I'm alright.
So what
That'd
episode
be
you gonna live in
crazy.
then, nigga?
Every
don't
episode
even
was
know.
bad, my
Yeah,
nigga.
every episode was
Everybody,
horrible.
yeah, every
Like,
episode.
I'm not
situation.
saying that's. I mean, that's not everybody. That was the people you were following, just like the Dominic Toretto.
But you have to live in that society though. So like,
Nah, I agree, but like I don't know. I mean, off the top of my head, damn.
because there was some of those shits like, yeah, it was following those group of people, but it was following that group of people.
Nigga,
I
you
don't
trying
even
to-
know which one I'd want to
You
live
trying to be
in.
biking all day? So
Like that
points?
rating
Like,
shit, I don't want to be a part of that one. I know
Yeah,
that.
see,
That shit's
that's-
sounding crazy.
we
Even though that's
have-
already
we
we already in that shit,
halfway
low
there,
key.
nigga, like, you live in Black Mirror.
Yeah,
It's
I would've
crazy
really put
because
it out
China's actually got like a social rating now, like where it's like, nah, you you
live
talking
in
shit
Black
about
Mirror.
China, you going down in the social rating. Like, that's insane.
That's crazy.
we
Nigga
live
said
in-
this is way worse than your credit score, nigga. That's
Alright,
wild.
so you got another one? Or
Top of my head now.
I'm gonna say the Matrix.
Fuck
too.
it, the Lego world, nigga.
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie, that'd be hard.
That would be hard, nigga. The whole Lego universe, nigga.
Fucking
I'm a Lego
Legos,
nigga.
nigga, word.
When my shit pop off, I'm just bloop, right back on, nigga.
Change your outfit, nigga. Say I got the drip.
I'm trying to be a
today.
master
Lego world,
builder.
that's my final
Word.
answer, Lego
I'm trying to be a
world,
master
nigga.
builder myself, so I felt that.
Especially because in the Lego world, they got everything in the real world. They got Batman, they got Mario, they got every like Spider-Man, they got every
Shit like,
version.
shit like
of Lego.
Minecraft, nigga.
That ass. Oh nah, that'd be.
I'm
I don't
not
want
gonna
no
lie,
creep. Not
just-
survival mode, creative mode.
Yeah, word. Like, just for the rush, I want to be in a Fortnite game real quick. You feel me? In that Fortnite
Dang.
universe.
I'm not trying to die.
I wanna be the bus
Like,
driver.
That's another one you
play
just look in,
creative.
look out.
I'll be
You
the-
play- That's the thing.
Oh,
Fortnite-
the creative- I
Fortnite
mean,
is
not
not
creative.
Fortnite no more. Like you could be anything in
Oh,
Fortnite.
I don't know. I haven't played Fortnite.
Nigga,
in
I'll be the
long.
bus driver. I'm with it. I get thanked all the time. I'm
Kinda
like,
boring.
Word.
It's a little boring though at the top.
Not-
what you mean? I'm flying
Wait.
a bus? What you mean?
I'm gonna be in Sky High, nigga.
Fuck.
Oh,
Ever.
I'm dead. I'm not gonna live jacking that.
Sky High, but only if I
Jack
can get
Sky High.
superpowers though. You feel me? I
Facts.
want superpowers.
I don't
I'm
turn
not
me into
gonna
a
go to
baby.
Sky High. Yeah, word. I'm not gonna go to Sky High to not have superpowers, my nigga.
Yeah, I mean that's the only reason you even go to the school, right?
That's
So you
a
got
fact.
you gotta
That's
have
only way to
you
get in,
gotta
word.
have
That's
you
only
gotta
way
have
to get in.
superpower. Where? But alright, and you got one more scenario or? I bet. So boom, that's valid. So moving on, the final thing we're gonna talk about today, as y'all know, Miami Heat versus the Denver Nuggets.
Yo,
last night.
Yo, we did lose last night. It's alright.
Last
Curse
night.
still in effect.
Yo, real
Ooh.
quick, gotta touch on history real fast. Nikola Jokic, man, the first player to average 30, 20, and 10 in a finals game, man. Just gotta clap it up for him real quick.
No, we're not clapping.
Because we don't hate over here. There's two sides to the hate on this side. We don't hate over here.
We hating
so.
on that nigga right now. That's a fact.
Bro, we don't hate on nobody.
Hating on that
here,
nigga right now.
You know what I'm saying?
He's a great player, but
Also, I'm
when
gonna
we
be
facing
honest.
him, hating on him right now. Don't care.
Nah, that dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. No matter what happens, let's say Miami comes back and wins this series, bro. That dude needs to be a part of the history. Like, he needs to be talked about and top everything because that dude is really a great player for
Not
real.
if he lose, nigga. No, he's not.
But he not though.
I don't know. Anyway, that being said, it's the fucking. I don't know what's going on with Jimmy Butler, but he's like in and out. He fake good and he playing, but then there's like for example, the fourth, like what's it called? The last game, Duncan Robinson was their player. Max Strus was bugging out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Jimmy's not taking that.
That's not true.
This
though, 'cause
the
Duncan Robinson-
Jordan Jr. nigga?
Jordan Jr., man.
So you telling me they
Duncan
not talking
Ro-
about the
wait,
rumors
wait.
anymore?
No. Duncan Robinson scored 10 points in the fourth quarter, so he wasn't a factor the whole game. So that's not true.
But I mean,
Like,
but even him stepping up in that quarter is more than. Not saying Jimmy's supposed to be that guy.
But
every
I'm not
single
gonna lie.
time. I'm just saying
it's
though.
compared with like when people say stuff like that. It's like compare that to the body of work of the whole game rather than the couple minutes a nigga got hot. Because Jimmy Butler will have a more complete game than anybody else on the team, but because he got hot in the fourth, it's lit. You got hot and you got us to lead. Like, yeah, Duncan Robinson scored 10 straight off the bench, but he didn't score the rest of that game.
No. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying like when Miami Heat, let's say like they're, for example, like yesterday I was watching this. I didn't even watch the full game, but I was watching part of it and even the score. Right, it was about 10 minutes left in the fourth. I think they were down by about, I think it was 12 or 10 because me and him was on the phone. Right, so it was like 12 or 10. Not saying Jimmy's supposed to be the person. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get 10 straight. But at least lead that, yo, we got to go as a team, push this, feel me, the leader of this team type shit. Not saying he's not doing that at all. I'm just saying it like, they definitely need that push because it's obviously worked in other series. Literally, Jimmy was the dude that pushed them over when they were down, when they came back, when they were up 3-0 and then got matched 3-3. And then again, he came back. It was him. You feel me? So it's just like that idea of like when Jimmy is the center of the attention, when it comes to him being the all the stats, he's the main guy at the fourth. They end up winning. That's literally what's worked. That's what's shown. You feel me? But I agree with what you're saying.
But
There's times where it doesn't have to be a one person thing because it is a team game.
It's more of the matchups though.
So I'll give you that.
Like,
That's true. That's true too.
The focus is going to be on Jokic and whoever's guarding.
Word, and I'm gonna be honest. I love Bam. I think he's a great defender.
It's
but
not,
Jokic
you feel me? It's not much you could do when a nigga's
way better,
averaging at least 10 assists, 10 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? It's not much you could do to that without losing. You feel me? Losing your edge on one of the sides of the floor. So
that shit is crazy.
It's either
bro.
you gonna play good defense, lock up, and then you might have some energy to score on offense, or you gonna play offense and not play defense. So it's like it's the give or take. So we did a good job with it in game 2. So that means these niggas can be beat. So it's like,
beat them at home. That was good for y'all. Y'all needed that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just need one more game, and now it's the game tomorrow and Friday is gonna be in Miami again. The last one before they go back to Denver. So if they can at least get that, then they should be Gucci.
Get that, then
because you already know after that 3-1, it's gonna be iffy. They go down one more
We don't want to hear nothing from no Knicks fan over here.
All I'm saying is niggas putting curses and shit on my Knicks.
Nobody put a curse on the Knicks. The Knicks was never gonna win. Let me clear this up. This nigga keeps saying that shit. The Knicks was never gonna beat the Heat. I don't care what reality y'all niggas was in. I don't care what y'all talking about. The Knicks were never going to beat the Heat in a 7-game
There's a
series.
universe in this multiverse that we live in that the Knicks have made it,
and
my nigga.
that universe would be where the Knicks have fucking LeBron James or something, my nigga. Because the Knicks was not beating Miami, bro. They wasn't.
I say the same thing about Miami beating the Nuggets, my nigga. These niggas is not gonna win Friday, and what is it? Monday? We gonna find out. I'm thinking we wrapping up this series early by Monday.
Here's what I want to say. Then, if we not winning, what the fuck was y'all about to do?
I feel like we would have won too. At least we would have made it.
That was
the goal. That was the goal to make it. We didn't make it. You absolutely right. But now you put all that bad juju on my Knicks.
That wasn't bad juju. That was the facts, nigga. That's not bad juju.
Y'all need Damian Lillard, man. I'm hearing that nigga want to get out of there.
He want to come to Miami, so yo.
That's crazy, bro. Yo, this dude is elite as hell. He does say he want to go to Miami. I'm like, come on, bro.
All I'm saying is,
stop sleeping
after they
man.
lose, that nigga not gonna want to go to Miami no more.
That's gonna be the reason he do. That's the crazy part. That's how this shit work. The script, nigga. I'm telling you.
I just want the script to play out. and the Miami Heat are crying home at
It's
Club
all right.
11. They're gonna be partying on the beach, whatever. But
And
they're
guess
gonna be
what?
crying
Guess
nonetheless.
what? We cried at least 10 more games into the playoffs than y'all did.
Yo,
So.
either way, whoever wins this series, bro, like I said, history. I love it. It's been pretty dope so far. I'm not gonna lie, Denver has shown that they're a better team, though. No question about it.
word.
Like at the end of the day, even if Miami somehow wins this series, the Denver Nuggets were a way better team.
And I'm
bro.
not gonna lie,
That
I
shit
don't
is
know how,
crazy.
because Aaron Gordon, you suck, and I had you on my fantasy for dumb long, and now all of a sudden you think you could play
Because
ball.
he-
But that's a
He
whole
got a
different
good
game.
role.
Yeah, that's a whole different game too. The playoffs and the regular season are like
Yeah,
two
that's a
different
fact.
players.
Nah, but like he's
but even
he's
on this
been
team,
on the Nuggets.
since he's been on this team
he's
for like
been
the
on
last few
Nuggets,
years.
word.
Because the thing is, before he was drafted to a team as like a really high draft pick, so you know how that goes. We got to be the star and all this, and then based on the coaching systems, the management, how we're gonna actually serve this person as the role of this team. I thought based on as a viewer that he was supposed to be the star. That didn't work out. He got traded to this team, and now he's like a role player. He's a really good defender. He's a consistent shooter. So it's like, all right, yo, I'm the best player on this team. Oh, I'm getting defended. Let me pass this. Dude, he gonna knock down a shot. That's what he kind of turned into, and that's what this team is kind of consist of. They have like a bunch of
It's
star like
Jamal Murray, Jokic, and then a bunch of
That
niggas
just
that can
sounds
shoot.
like a lot of fundamentals, my nigga. I don't know about
Low-key.
Miami.
A lot of
but
fundamentals y'all don't have.
Yeah, I'm not
nigga.
gonna lie. Speaking of that, my son Jokic, he's low key like a Tim Duncan that could pass. Like that shit is crazy. This dude is different. I ain't gonna lie.
But I'm not even gonna
Should
lie
watch some
though.
highlights of that nigga.
Miami has just as many shooters. As
Yeah, they do.
on the floor as Denver does.
And
at
the
time.
craziest part is like these two teams are opposites, right? You got so many people on one side that's like, oh, y'all was supposed to be these top picks. Y'all got sent to this team because y'all wasn't the top pick, but now y'all have that potential, so y'all balling on this team. Versus Miami, which is like a bunch of people that were like nobodies. They were all really low draft picks, second rounders, undrafted, and they're all like it's crazy. This, like I said, both sides are history, bro.
All
It's
I'm
beautiful.
saying, if we get Tyler Hero back,
Yo, I'm surprised. I thought he was playing. I didn't even know that. I was like, that's crazy.
He broke his shooting hand, so they're not going to throw him back in there like that.
Damn,
So.
bro.
That's tough. Who knows? Maybe they'll throw him in the mix, man, because they definitely gonna need him. But
yo,
we're gonna see
yeah.
Friday, man. Friday.
But yo, we appreciate y'all. It's been another
Wolf
fucking
to Wolf.
episode of Wolf to Wolf. Hunt to be official.
Rico Cloud.
You nigga, Ralph.
Also, just so y'all fucking know, this is the only universe. All the multiverse is in this universe.
We're in the
nigga.
quantum realm.
Whoa. Said riddle me this, riddle me that. Said if you a bitch, then why you flag niggas?